Midlife and Emotion. Today's episode, we will be speaking all about emotion and what part does it play in our midlife. First of all, I would like to ask you, what is an emotion? What do you understand by the word emotion? Emotion is something everybody uses very, easily. Oh, I'm a very emotional person. My emotions are being played with. And emotion is this, and I'm, everything all about emotion. But what is this emotion? Basically, an emotion is an expression of a feeling. Emotion is a reaction we experience in response to situations or events. The type of emotion we experience is determined by the circumstances that triggers that emotion. So in simple words, if I'm feeling very happy, I would squeal with joy or laughter and feel the joy. I keep smiling. There's a radiance in the eyes. If you're sad, you have a very small face. Smiling is so difficult. And you just look out in space as though nothing exists and there is doom everywhere and everything is come to an end. And you feel so helpless. If you're bored, again, an empty space. Emotion is like nothing exists. If you're frustrated, there's a lot of anger building up and you tend to snap at every little thing that comes your way, every person that comes your way. For no reason, you may just end up snapping at people and, reacting to everything that happens around you. So basically, emotion is an expression of what we feel. And what we feel depends on the circumstances around us. But more than that, it is about what you are all about as a person. Do you generally have positive thoughts or you have negative thoughts? What is the ruling thought in your head, in your mind? If you have positive thoughts in your mind, you would know how to contain your emotions. You would have a very calm exterior and a calm interior as well. Exterior is the calm persona that you project, and interior is the strength you have to face whatever comes your way, and you're mostly responding to situations and not reacting. And if you have a lot of negative thoughts ruling over in your head, in your mind, automatically you tend to have a lot of reactions to any kind of a situation because you always tend to think in the extreme. You cannot see anything positive about any situation. So there's a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of depression, a lot of, different types of, there's fear, anxiety. There is a lot of hurt. All of these come from negative feelings. So then you tend to be that person who snaps all the time. And then people don't really want to spend too much time with you because you become so unpredictable. You don't know when are you going to snap or when are you just going to trigger. Something will trigger and you have no clue. So the people around you who are with you have no clue what happened. What was that trigger? And maybe even you do not know what was the trigger. What made you snap? What made you react? Maybe even you don't realize it. So these are emotions which keep playing in our minds, within us, and that is how we react, respond, and how we are projecting ourselves out there with our family, with our friends, with the world, at the workplace. So now today's topic, what I'm talking about, midlife and emotion, how do they come together? How does emotion play a very strong part in our midlife? Emotion everybody faces. From a baby, you'll see a baby smiling, happy, crying, sad, hungry, everything. They just, do what they please. As you see kids growing up, if you don't give them things, what they want, or you find young teenage, I lost my train of thought. Excuse me here. Yes, when you see young adult, you don't give them what they want or they don't get what they achieve. If there is a failure, they have those extreme emotions of, hurt, anger, resentment, frustration, fear, or they would not grow in life. They tend to, very in extreme ways, they tend to react to everything. Then again, you have the young adults. You have everybody showing different emotions. Now, midlife, what changes? Of course, you would say suddenly what would change in midlife? If I have been angry, I have been, reacting to everything, I will remain the same. What will change? But if you have worked on yourself, if you have really evolved, you would learn to know better. You would understand things better. You would know how to contain your anger. You would know how to, handle the situation calmly without reacting, having better understanding. That is, if you have really worked on yourself and understood better, you've gained knowledge, you've gained wisdom. So definitely it is, you're a much better person and you have worked on yourself. Now there's another side where you have seen yourself, maybe you are, forever angry and people don't want to spend time with you. And you wonder, how do I understand this emotion of mine? What is it that is happening to me? What is it that's triggering my anger every time? My frustrations? Why am I getting depressed? Why am I bored? Why am I sad? Why can't I do anything? Why does my mind and body not work in tandem? What is it that's happening to me in my life for me to face this kind of a feeling? This is very common in midlife. Why is this common in midlife? Because there is a lot of changes around us. Maybe your work, maybe your relationships, maybe your personal appearance, maybe your body, which is not the same. If you would have been very active and maybe you're slowing down, maybe some health issues cropping up, anything that is something different happening in your midlife to you is a trigger for a particular emotion. And then you don't know how to handle this. How do I face this? What do I do about it? You start feeling helpless. So the only way not to feel helpless is to first of all understand what is happening to you. What is your trigger? What is the situation that is, bringing out that frustration? All right. So sometimes maybe even you cannot understand what is happening. How would you understand it? According to you, okay, I am like this, I have been like this, but still I can't handle myself. Now what do I do? You have to self-reflect. I would like to bring one point over here, which is very, very important, and please kindly listen to it very carefully. There have been emotions, challenges, circumstances over the years which you have been facing. But maybe due to the work pressures, building your life, building, a family, making money, facing people, achieving goals, so much is happening that these emotions, maybe you have overlooked them. Overlooked in the sense you did not face those emotions at that particular time. For example, I'll give you one example here. Now when you are in your 30s, okay, 30, 35, 30, whatever, and you're working really hard, and you have been told, you're really a good person working, you pay a lot of attention to details, you really work hard, but your boss that you have, whom you report to, cannot see your hard work, does not acknowledge your hard work. He doesn't look at how you look at yourself. And he or she keeps telling you, okay, you could do better, you're not good enough, and I'm not happy with the report that you're giving me. And he keeps putting you down and doesn't let you rise in the ladder where you are. And you're always dejected, always frustrated, always you feel helpless, and you feel this is not done. You feel that feeling of unfairness happening to you, that these things are not fair. It is just not fair. He's not doing right with me. But because you cannot afford to lose your job, you cannot move away from that situation. You need the job, you need to grow, you need to be in that company. You can't give it up. You take it in your stride. And your frustration, it's like swallow it completely. And when you swallow it and you let it just die down. Now, not necessarily that frustration has died down. You have swallowed it, but it has gone and, rested in some corner, which even you have forgotten. That corner has even existed. So now when you tend to snap at certain things, and sometimes that frustration comes out, your reactions, your anger, the triggers, small little triggers are around you, which are not even necessary, but you tend to snap. Somewhere from the deep recesses where you have pushed that frustration, feeling of frustration tends to keep rising. Keeps rising and settling. Keeps rising and settling. So in midlife, generally, all of these different kind of emotions, which we have subdued them, swallowed them, pushed them down into the recesses, tend to rise. Because end of the day, we are all like a sponge, and the sponge is so much full, now it's overflowing. So your triggers, the small little triggers which make you snap, is all that what is overflowing tends to snap, in the form of a snap, in the form of anger, in the form of frustration, depression, sadness, remorsefulness, anything. These are the little that overflowing emotions that come out. You need to sit down and self-reflect. Understand. Go deep within. Ask yourself, why do I feel this? What has happened in the past? Many times we have all forgotten. We've just come such a long way. We've all forgotten. But your body wisdom has not forgotten. Our body holds the wisdom of our thoughts, of our feelings. The body never forgets. So you have to again think about it. Ask yourself, why am I feeling? What am I feeling? Write it down. Understand it. Break it down and go back. What are the times when I used to feel frustrated earlier? What are the times when I was fearful earlier? What are the times when I felt hurt earlier? What are the times I was sensitive? What are the times which made me feel very depressed? What are the times that made me feel angry? When are the times I was sad? Ask yourself these questions. Write down whatever comes into your mind and then break it down to your current present. You will find your answer. You will come to know, you will realize that all the recesses which you have put it down, the swallowed, whatever you have put it inside, has happened at some earlier stage in your life, which is rising up. You need to release those emotions out of you. All that which has been buried has to be removed and thrown out. Only if you will remove it, release it, heal yourself, will you not, react to how you are reacting currently. Very loosely I've heard many people saying, they're retiring or they're getting older. You will just find them frustrated all the time. It's really sad. If somebody is frustrated all the time, it is due to the reason. Obviously, nobody knows the reason. Everybody wants a very pleasant person around them. Nobody wants a frustrated person around them. So it is up to us. Even we wouldn't like, anybody keeping on snapping and being frustrated, being angry, shouting, reacting to everything, and a very negative kind of a personality. Everybody wants to be with a very happy, positive personality around themselves, right? So, this is something which you have to figure out. You have to ask yourself the questions. You have to go within to find out from where does all these emotion arise. Go back in time. Think of all the times what you felt, how you felt, and why you felt. You will come up with the answer. And then work towards making it, more pleasurable into your present. You can work towards it making your present very comfortable, very happy. Yes, it's a lot of work, deep work, but something which can be achieved. Build a positive, mindset. Feel good, feel happy. Yes, but that will take a while. You have to work towards feeling all of that. It just doesn't happen. Oh, I want to feel happy. Oh, I'm very positive. You need to work within your heart. You have to go within and understand what you are all about. Emotion is something which belongs to you, comes from within. It's your behavior which is reflected onto a particular circumstance at a particular time. And how you act, depends on your mindset at that time. Understand yourself first to understand what you are all about. Yes? Well, that's the end of today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. And yes, I would request you all to put it into action, what the little pointers that I have given you. And do message me. And I can, if any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you so much.